What should this government be doing at this stage in the pandemic, given that it's already passed three gigantic relief packages of sorts through the Congress?
Well, we used a fire hose to try to deal with the fire, but we didn't target it very well. So yes, we spent $3 trillion, but that was supposed to protect the most vulnerable, to provide the wherewithal for family, those who are sick, not to go to work, to prevent the growth of unemployment. We have to say, after all these weeks, we failed in important ways in each of those objectives. The unemployment rate, Representative Jayapal was describing, how high it's gone. We were supposed to make sure that people stay connected with their employer for all the reasons she pointed out, and we failed. And the result is we put an unacceptable burden on our unemployment system, and they've not been able to cope. And so every day there are stories of so many people applying for unemployment insurance and not being able to get it. And all of this means that when the pandemic is brought under control, we are going not to be in a good position to restart the economy.
And what needs to change in order for that to happen? Obviously, in whatever is the next round of legislation, you would like better targeting. What's an example of better targeting?
Well, Representative Jayapal's proposal is one example. And as she pointed out, there is bipartisan support on both houses of Congress. It was the kind of proposal that I had advocated before they passed the PPP program, the Paycheck Protection Program, which in its very design, it was destined to failure. Relying on the banks to funnel money was predictable what would happen. Those who are better connected with the banks would be the ones who got the money, not the people who needed it the most. And we've seen the disaster that is associated with that program. We also need to be more comprehensive, and I think we have to have a vision of what kind of an economy we want to emerge after the crisis. So, for instance, the states and localities are at the forefront in fighting the disease, but also in our education, our state universities. They're going to be facing enormous strain. The revenues are plummeting. In the 2008 crisis, the revenues plummeted twice the rate at which GDP fell. And they have a balanced budget framework, which means when the revenues go down, they have to cut expenditures. That alone will be enough to keep us in a recession. And yet, there is a reluctance on the part of some to provide any help for the states and localities. We ought to be thinking about a green economy. We know we have to make a transition to a green economy, and we could have used this moment when there's massive government intervention in the economy to steer the economy towards a greener economy. We haven't done that. Other countries have done all the things I've talked about. I was just talking the other day to one of the ministers in the New Zealand government, and they too have adopted a program very much like Representative Jayapal, and it's worked fantastically well. It's kept the unemployment down, and as you may know, New Zealand is one of the countries that has almost wiped out the disease because they got strong citizen support for staying at home and obeying the rules. And it's worked on all the accounts, on both the health account and on the economy account. So they've been a winner in both ways, and we should have followed some of those ideas.